Hello everybody, I am Dr. Sunanda Chava. Today I would like to talk about calcium. So, what is calcium? Calcium is a nutrient, most abundant mineral in the body. It's vital for the health of the bone, teeth, nerves, muscles, and heart. 99% of the body calcium is in bones and teeth, and only 1% is there in the blood calcium. Blood, that's called blood calcium. So it has a role in blood clotting and as well enzyme functioning also. So it has a role in blood pressure also. So since it relaxes the blood vessels, so vitamin D will help in the absorption of the calcium, and other hormones like thyroid and parathyroid gland also have some role in maintaining calcium levels in the blood and bone and teeth and all. So this thyroid gland will reduce the blood calcium level by moving the blood calcium into the bone, depositing in the bone. In the the parathyroid gland, it releases a hormone called as parathyroid hormone. So that will remove the calcium from the bone, and it will deposit and it will be and it will cause more calcium level in the blood. So the bone calcium is removed from the bone, and it goes into the bloodstream, and it increases the blood calcium levels. This occurs with parathyroid hormone. So vitamin D will increase the calcium level, will increase the absorption of the calcium in the gut. Thyroid gland will increase the bone calcium, reduce the blood calcium levels, and parathyroid gland will increase the blood calcium level, and it will result and it might lead to reduced bone density in the bone, reduced calcium in the bone, causing osteoporosis and all. Parathyroid hormone. So the sources of calcium are mainly from milk and milk products. So yogurt, cheese, and then eggs. Then you have vegetable broccoli, and then legumes and all. This spinach and tomato will have more calcium, but they can't be used for replacing the decreased calcium levels in the blood. Deficiency cases you can't use, because the calcium in the tomato and spinach is bad. They have oxalates, so all the calcium is not absorbed into the body, so it's excreted in the urine, and it might so excess ingestion of tomato and spinach can result in kidney stones due to calcium oxalate levels, more due to increased due to calcium oxalates. So the recommended daily allowance for calcium is 1000 milligrams. So it might be that's in the age group of 19 to 50 years. So in the children, teenagers and all, it might increase to 1200 to 1300 milligrams. Average is 700 milligrams. So the blood calcium levels, as we know, are maintained by vitamin D, thyroid gland, and parathyroid gland. So the levels in the calcium can be altered. It's called hypocalcemia if the levels of blood is less in the calcium is less in the blood, and it's called hypercalcemia if the levels of the calcium are more in blood. So this hypocalcemia will cause soft teeth, soft bones. The bones will bend because of weight, especially joints and all, especially bones of the feet, because the calcium is less in the bone. It will cause soft bones. It will bend because of body weight, and then the teeth might become very soft, and if you just scrape the teeth, the soft material of the tooth will come out with the scrape and instrument or material with scrape and probe. So This can occur if the calcium levels go below 7. The normal calcium levels are 8.5 to 10.5 milligrams per deciliter. So in the hypocalcemia, what are the signs and symptoms? In the hypercalcemia, what are the signs and symptoms? So we have to see now. In the hypocalcemia, you have soft teeth, soft bones, muscle cramps, spasms, numbness around the mouth, and then numbness and tickling in the hands and feet and all. There might be weakness, there might be abnormal heart rhythms since it has a role in heart health or contraction and all. And less calcium can cause seizures. It can cause osteopenia, osteoporosis, dry skin and all. There's a condition called as tetany, which you find in case of hypocalcemia. In this, the levels will be less than 2 millimoles. Calcium levels are less than 2 millimoles. So you have two signs. What is tetany? What is tetany? So tetany, you have involuntary contraction of the muscles and all when the calcium levels go below normal. So you have two signs to check for tetany. So these are called Ostek sign, where CH is silent, and it's spelled as Chvostek sign and pronounced as Ostek sign, CH silent. And then you have something called as Letrozha's sign. So in Chvostek sign, you have if you tap in front of the ear, the facial nerve will get stimulated and the muscles will twitch here. When you tap in front of the ear, facial muscles will contract because of facial nerve irritation. So you'll have muscular contraction. This is called as Chvostek sign. In Letrozha's sign, you have to use a BP apparatus to do the test. So what are you going to do is you apply the cuff in the upper arm and raise the blood pressure more than 80. So there will be spasm of the hand like this. So that is called carpopedal spasm. So you'll get this when you do that check with the BP apparatus. So that's called as Letrozha's sign. It's there in case of hypocalcemia. So this hypocalcemia can occur due to less parathyroid hormone. So in hypoparathyroidism, you might find Troche's sign positive. So there might be confusion and memory loss. Coming to hypercalcemia, the patient might have nausea, vomiting. The person might have nausea, vomiting, and all. They might feel sick. They might have drowsiness. They might have constipation, muscle spasms, and all. There might be severe pain in the bone, brittle bones, and all. Irregular heartbeats. The blood pressure might become more. You might have the calcification of soft tissues like muscles, ligaments, and all. Then you might have the person might have kidney stones. So in the hypocalcemia can occur if the diet is not rich in calcium and due to thyroid, kidney problems, parathyroid problems, sarcoidosis, tuberculosis, diuretics, BP tablets, then uh, the then coming to treatment of hypocalcemia, you can give the diet. You can ask the patient to take calcium rich diet, and then calcium supplements can be given. They can be combined with vitamin D. This has to be done with prescription of only with the prescription of doctors, because if calcium supplements are taken more without proper prescription and all, it might result in hypercalcemia and all. So that can result in kidney stones, heart problems and all, bone problems and all. So the doctor has to prescribe this, and the underlying cause has to be treated. In hypercalcemia, the some calcium chelating medicines can be given. A drug called as sinasalsate can be given, and then if there are any tumors in the parathyroid gland and all, that has to be removed surgically. And then vitamin D, if it is more also, it has to be measures have to be taken to reduce the vitamin D levels and all. So some people will have the habit of eating chalk pieces and all, that's called as pica. So that has to be stopped because there is calcium in the chalk paste makes them crave for eating chalk paste and all in hypocalcemic people and all. So if that mostly children they eat chalk paste more. So the health of the bones and teeth, heart, muscles, and all are dependent on calcium. So main we have to have adequate calcium, not more, not less. So the calcium should be taken properly. And okay, this finishes the calcium. So thank you for listening to me. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.